we're live.
That must mean something.
It must mean something indeed.
Wonder what it could mean.
Well,
It'll come to me.
it is 8 o'clock on a Monday night.
Right.
And you are Paul.
Trying to join the dots.
And you also happen to be a psychic.
Okay. So, let's join it all together and welcome you to the Destiny Hour with Paul. Live from Johannesburg. That's in South Africa. We've got a cat, little George, lying on Shay's laptop and lap with his head on her hands. So it's going to be difficult to type for Shay. But that's George. We have rainy weather here in Johannesburg. It has been bucketing down and flooding a lot of areas. Anyway, that's the weather report, but you don't want to hear about that. You want to hear what the heck this is. Well, I'm a life coach, guidance counselor. What else? Oh, the psychic thing, which they've tuned in for. And my job is to make your life easier or guide you. If we do this by donation, so if you did want to donate, that would be nice. It's PayPal. So just pay your pal. And your pal is Paul. In it. Taking your daughters is my questions. Here's another drink. Taking your questions is my daughter. Shay, how are you tonight?
I am very well, thanks, Dad. I just don't know how I'm going to be able to work with George on my day.
With George.
But we will make it happen.
So folks, be polite. It's one question. Don't be impatient and don't spam. Okay, that sort of stuff. Just donate. That'd be nice.
So we don't necessarily have a question, but we've just got a statement from Daisy, who says we should pray for the world, may peace be upon us.
Well, you know, Daisy, you're absolutely right. And this is what, it leads me to something else. You know, praying for the world, there's nothing wrong with that. But making a difference in the people in your world, that is big. And I'll tell you why I'm saying this, Daisy. You know, I echo that sentiment. People should pray more, and not just for themselves, for others. Yesterday we had a torrential downpour. It just came down, and there was flooding everywhere. And my daughter and Jerry and Shay, both my daughters, went out to the store, and they came back and they went through a big puddle. As a consequence, the car engine stalled, electrical short. So they were stuck at the side of the road, and it was absolutely pouring down. Busy road, by the way. So we got all these $50,000 cars, SUVs, going by, slowing down and looking at the two poor girls and just driving on. Because they're nice looking girls, be honest with you. Just driving on. And I've got to say this, right? It was all the privileged white people, okay, driving by in their fancy Mercedes, BMWs, all these SUVs, slowing down, looking and doing nothing. Right? Now this is what gets me. There was a black guy walking home along the road, soaking. So he had no raincoat, nothing like that. Carrying shopping. So this guy never had a car. Carrying shopping, walking from work, walking miles. He gets to the car, puts down his shopping. He said, "Can I push you? Can I push you?" He tried to push in this, and it was terrible, and it didn't start. Those are the people that I admire. The people that are unselfish, uncritical, and are real. So as a consequence today, I went to pick up and towed my girls home. So they're safe, I want to say that. But I want to say this, that as a result of yesterday, where Jerry works, there's a gardener who's only allowed to work 2 days a week. And he lives in a shack, and he can't come out on the 2 days work. There's no way. He lives in a shack, and last week his shack got burgled. They took everything this poor man had. They even took his roll-on deodorant. Okay, that's how sick some people are. So today, because of that kind and generous black man, it inspired me to do something. So I went into my cupboard and I got all my socks, my jocks, I got old t-shirts, I got jerseys, I got shoes, and I filled garbage bags. And I gave it to Jerry to go and give, because I don't want the glory or anything like that. I gave it to Jerry to give him, and he should be in on Wednesday. That's what makes the world go round. Okay? Giving a damn. I finished my speech.
Lots of people listening, resonating and agreeing with you there.
Thank you for the support. Let me tell you, Daisy, you're right. You should pray for the world. And war has no place. And you should pray for the world. And you're right to be frightened. However, okay, it's people in our worlds that we got to make a difference. I'll tell you now, there's enough prayers and there's enough of the good Lord to take care of it. And I know it doesn't seem like it with the Ukrainians fleeing and being bombed, okay? And it doesn't seem like God is around. But believe you me, He's around. So all prayers are heard. Thank you.
Okay, so we've got a question from, it starts with YouTube tonight. Kira says, "Hi Paul and Shay, I have 2 assignments due on Friday. How will my performance be like for these 2 assignments?" And she says, "I know, right? It's the small acts of kindness that give us hope and keep us going."
That's right. You get it, my baby. You get it. You know, a smile can make a difference. A kind word can brighten up somebody's day. You can't believe it. But let's brighten up your day, baby. I know you're nervous. Between now and Friday, can you give me, and you're not going to like this, 10 hours more work on these assignments? If you can give me 10 hours more work, 2 hours a day sort of thing, I can guarantee you that you're going to do well. Okay? Go for it.
Next question is from Acne. "Hi Paul, does V see a future with me? Will he communicate his feelings?"
Hello, Avni. George is looking at the computer. It's funny when cats look at the computer, isn't it? Yeah, he does see a future with you. I think the answer is yes, but he's going through some personal things. And I think at the back of his mind, he thinks, wow, this is serious. So he does see a future, and he sees the seriousness of it. All of a sudden, you know, he's got to grow up a little bit. And a lot of guys at that age have difficulty in putting down the Xbox or PlayStation and talking to the missus.
Next question. I'm going to put his last part first. Lemon Squeeze says, I think I had a blow in my look and I think my looks went down. I want to look my best so I feel better. Hi Paul, I'm Andrew. And from the years 2020 and 21, which year did I look my best? Thanks.
2000 and 2021.
2020 and
20 and 21. Andrew, did you go through a bit of a change? What's the blowout? Is that pimples?
A bit of a blow. So a blow to his self-esteem.
Oh, you had a blow to you. Okay, all right. So which were you your best? I'm going to tell you this now. It was 20. Not looking at the cards, just come through. 2020. You looked your best. Out of the two. However, young Lemon Squeeze, you haven't reached your peak. What? Yeah, you haven't reached your peak. Okay? So, if you've got to do a little makeover, do a little gym, then do so. Moisturize and cut your hair, whatever you have to do. But you haven't reached your peak. So now I've given you something to work toward.
Okay, moving on to Instagram. Brianna says, hi Paul and Shay, I hope all is great with you both. Any messages or guidance really? Hoping things are going to get better after 2 years of difficulty.
Yeah, 2 years, you're right. Some people it's been longer, sweetheart. However, let's try and give you some sunshine. Okay, one of the things I've got to tell you is, what have you learned in the past 2 years? Okay, that the world is crazy and life isn't guaranteed, and jobs and economic pressure, now war. I get that, but what have you learned? That is the question. And if it's made you more sensitive and more sad, then you need to embrace that and move on from it, because you are a sensitive soul. That's what I want you to know. But you can't be dragged down as you have been, is what I want to say. Okay? So, we've got to stop being so sad. That is one of the things. And I'd like you to get out more, wherever you are in the world, and even a simple walk. But get out there, connect with nature. I think that's very important for you. Walk in the park. If you can get your feet on the grass, well, that's just going to be brilliant. But I don't want you to be so sad. Okay, my baby?
Next question is from Brittany, who asks, hi Paul, will me and Julian ever date?
Julian, hi. Oh, you haven't even dated. It's a bit cack, isn't it? No. Brittany, no. So I don't want you waiting by the phone going, is it him? And stop driving past his house at midnight, looking through the window. Okay, it's doing you no good. That's what I want to say to you. No. Okay.
Next question is from Simone Naidu, who says, hi, I hope you're well. Please may I find out if I will pass my ITC exam next month.
ITC.
Or LTC, one of the
LTC. Because ITC is the credit check people, isn't it?
I have no idea. I'm not very educated.
Well, I'll have to talk to you later about your education.
Yes, you're right.
Will you pass? Yes, you should. But you need to put in a bit more work between now and then, baby. I don't want you to be nervous. But it's almost you've got to brush up on the rules, if that makes sense, or the legal format. I hope I'm making sense here.
Well, they do say it's a board exam.
Right, you've got to brush up on what the simple things, what they stand for, and the rules, because the laws, because that may trip you up a little bit. So it's the basic ingredients of that course. That's what you've got to brush up between now and then, but you'll pass.
Okay, next question is on the camera. Let me just. Okay, we got a lot of questions. All right.
We got a lot of questions. Have we got a lot of money? No.
Not yet. So we're going to start
Stingy Monday.
With Facebook. Oh, I feel ill. Lorraine says, hi to you two beauties, hope you're well. Can you please give me feedback on my friend Marie? Marie. Thank you, bless you, love and light.
Love and light, Lorraine. There's a breakthrough. Breakthrough. In her health. It's a health thing. She's been down for a while. I'm going to tell you this now. I want to say the next 2 weeks, there's going to be an improvement. But I'm extremely hopeful, Lorraine. Okay? And carry on loving her like you do and supporting her. A friendly text. Hi, baby. How you doing today? Means the wonders to somebody that's so vulnerable.
Next question is from Joanna from the Philippines.
Joanna from the Philippines.
She asks, hi from the Philippines. May I please have some guidance? Anything on my spiritual journey, please, sir?
Thank you, Joanne from the Philippines. That's nice. Spiritual journey. Okay. You've got to trust a little bit more. That inner voice, that gut feeling, you've got to trust that a lot more. And you are advised to be a little bit more confident in whatever you're receiving or your belief system. Okay? When you hear, however you get your messages or inspiration, okay, be committed to that. And it doesn't matter what everybody else says. Remember this, Joanne from the Philippines. All prayers are heard. Okay? Be kind to people. Not just the pretty ones. Be kind to the ugly ones and the sick. That is where you're going to find your reward. Continue the journey. And don't be scared to touch people. You're very touchy. People like being touched by you.
Okay, next question is from Yodi. Hello, Paul. What do you see for Rafi and I?
Rafi.
And just a heads up to people, I don't know the astrological signs, so these emojis with the astrological signs mean nothing to me.
What? Is it the devil?
I have no idea. I don't know which one's which.
You just got to be careful of the Scorpios.
I think it's a Taurus sign.
Oh my giddy aunt! I don't forgot what I'm asking. Yoli.
What do you see for Rafi and Yoli?
Okay, give him a week. A week plus tax, so it's 10 days. I think by the 10th or the 11th of March, he'll have got through this little dip that Rafi is in. So hang in there, baby. From Wednesday, things start to pick up because the moon's doing all sorts and the stars are doing all sorts. And Pluto is giving Uranus a little kiss. I think they're having sex up there in the planets, to be honest. More sex than I do. Hang in there, baby.
Next question is from Armando, who asks, hello Paul and Shay, what do you see in the upcoming month for me?
1 month. I'm giving you 1 month, Paul, and you will tell me my future. That's March, because it's the last day of Feb. Okay. I don't know if you're going to be called into the office or the manager's office about your point of view, but I can see a bit of a conflict or meeting with authority. Okay, so if you're still at school, be the principal. If you're still at home, it might be with your dad. But if you are working, it could be the boss. Stick by your principles, but do not be cheeky. There's nothing worse when somebody's trying to tell you how you should do things and then you get all cocky. We don't want cocky, all right? So just be your nice self and you should come out victorious. Okay.
Next question from Valerie. Hi Paul and Shay. Is there anything interesting coming up for me in the month of March? I'm quitting my job because it's not working.
Wow. Rock and roll attitude. I just hope you haven't cut your nose off, babe. You know, it's great telling them to get stuffed. But I just hope that you haven't stuffed yourself, if you know what I mean. Right. You're going to be calmer. I'm not quite sure if there's a desire to work straight away. If there is, you will get employment, but I feel that would be in April. So I think you've got a bit of a summer break, so to speak. You are going to calm down, but you're very advised not to get depressed. So try and avoid alcohol, right? Even though you feel like celebrating. Try and avoid that because the downside to the alcohol is the depressing factor. So be careful. In this time that you have off, I'd love you to try and get into shape. And I don't mean to say that you're out of shape, but you know what I mean. Bit of exercise just to feel good.
Okay, that's it for... Okay, one more from Facebook from Godzilla. Hello Paul and Shay, long time, hope you're well. All of my customers are quiet. What might be the... Your English is too good for me, Godzilla. I don't even know what that means. Chord.
What did she say?
What might be the chord? She might be cause.
Cause.
Yeah.
Did
I thought you were coming at me with some really good high English there. I got confused. I'm sorry.
It's a slow start to business this year. I know a lot of people were going, oh, 2022 is going to be my year. Happy New Year. Those sort of people didn't get their wish. Because the trouble is business is still on holiday That's the trouble. Okay? You're not, but business is. The other thing is that in your line of work, companies will be waiting for the financial year end, which I think is March. So hang in there. You're going to be busy, okay? And I think from March, April, things are going to be improving. So don't beat yourself up. It's not your fault, and you're not going to starve. I promise you that, Dudu.
Next question is from Annika. Hi, Paul and Shay. Would like to ask about yesterday and today's cash up at work. Am I missing something or overlooking numbers? Because I went over it quite a lot.
Was she short? Annika, were you short, baby? It's terrible. Are you missing something? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you are missing something, and I'm not sure if somebody sort of borrowed money from that, if that's at all possible. But I feel that that's the shortfall. So go over it again. You're not stupid. Somebody's actually done something, or not put in an invoice or a receipt, or actually taken money and said, you know, I need to go buy. I don't think it's theft. I just think it's an oversight. But you'll find it, babe, this week.
Okay, now we're going to move on to YouTube. Got quite a few people here. Let's see. Elisa says, I'm having issue with my parents. They don't seem to understand me or my emotional needs. Any messages from my ancestors to unblock/transform the situation? Thank you so much.
Okay, Elise. It's difficult when you are living under your parents' roof. Okay, it's difficult. But it's easier than the big world, I promise you. Unfortunately, you know, it's their rules. They want the best for you. And I know you've probably heard that. Or maybe you haven't heard that enough. And people's way of doing that to somebody they love, it comes across as controlling and not understanding. Okay? Understand this, that wherever you go, wherever you end up, there's going to be rules. Whether it's a guy, whether you share a house, there's always going to be somebody. And that's the tough thing. Okay? You are developing. And the trouble with that is that everything becomes sensitive. So you are guarded not to fight back. Don't do that, because you're not going to win. There's two of them. There's only one of you. So don't fight back, because that's making things a little worse. And take whatever emotions you've got, or anger or frustration, and either dance them out, shout them out, write them out. Okay? But get them out. Okay? You'll get through this. It's just a very difficult time. Okay?
Next question on YouTube from Weasel. Hi Paul, can I have a health reading please?
Weasel, you worried again? Worried? I hope you changed your diet. Less dairy. If you did that, there's benefits for you. Okay? And stop being so sad. I don't know what it is that's making you sad, sunshine. Whether it, it can be the phone, Facebook, or, social media. That can make you sad. It could be stupid Netflix movies. You know what I mean? That just go, huh? So you've got to do something that stops making you feel sad, because that's compounding the health situation. Stop dairy. Dairy means milk. Dairy means cheese. Go walkies, please.
Next question from Coco. Hi guys, so nice to see you. When will the acne stop and the scars fade? I am so sick of acne.
Curse, Coco. But it just shows you your hormones are working.
And salicylic acid a lot. Salicylic acid helps with acne.
Salicylic acid.
Completely natural. It's not a fad, isn't it?
Scars don't fade. Scars are... Okay, understand that. But the skin is a lovely... rejuvenates itself in 28 days or something. So it's the skin you've got today, in 28 days' time you won't have. So, what should you do? Well, treat the actual the scars have to be surgically or with chemical peels or what have you. But you may look at control, because there's now the control pills that department treat the cause, then water down the bar, okay, tox or run an ad. No.
We got a lot of people.
No. So
possibly academically, there's a bit of competition between.
What's the name? And fight. Surpass. You see, the focus is off there, baby. Your focus should be not. Now you're focused on that, which is got to 10% effort in your studies. Fact of you, then you can be yourself. Got to be last term. That is where we're at. No vanity questions, because it's it's a concern. Last week we had a vain, conceited, selfish question where this guy went to his cousin's funeral. But his question was, how did I look at the funeral? How did I come across? I freaked. So we're not doing those kind of questions. In it.
Okay, so moving on to Ritz Reddy, who asks, hi Paul, does my Aquarius ex ever think about getting back together with me?
Who's this?
Ritz Reddy.
Ritz Reddy. Well, there's always that thought. you know, that you could always come back. It's a kind of a sexy thing, to be honest. But no. Has he thought about it? Yeah. The ex has thought about it. But not enough to take it seriously. So it's more of a fantasy thing. So don't hold your breath.
Skipping Little Goose's question, going straight to Jess Beale. Hello, one of my dreams is to find love, get married and have a family of my own. Will this ever happen for me?
Well, Jess, I don't know why. Every time I hear that name, I think of that actress.
Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel. Is that you? Because, just something. Jess Biel. Hi. Firstly, I'm going to tell you this. Your name aside, the energy that comes through on your question is so positive. It's so nice and it's so friendly. So if you come across like that in real life with boys, I can tell you this now, you're going to have no problem. The answer is yes. Family, you're going to be in the family way. When I say that, you're going to have a family, blah, 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 blah. But I've probably next year is your year. Now, that doesn't mean to say that you won't meet somebody this year, but it sort of takes off next year and becomes extremely serious. You want to be looking for somebody a little bit older than you, okay? Not the same age, because we're childish, that's why. Very, very childish. So look for somebody a little bit older, but not too much grey. You know, a couple of years. Next year's your year, baby.
Okay, moving on to Facebook. If George would let me use the mouse.
George is lying on the mouse,
So,
asleep.
Sarah asks, hi Paul and Shay, I hope you're both well. Any messages from spirit guides, please?
Sarah, hello, baby. So cute. Okay. Firstly, you've got to, Sarah, you must understand that you're being taken care of. I've got a distinct support system behind you. For some reason, there's a shoulder issue, so it's your right shoulder. So if there's any warmth or sensation, that seems to be where the energy's coming from. So every time you feel that, please know that you are supported. You need to take any ideas and run with them. Okay? So whatever it is that has been repeated over and over and you're not being quite sure, I'm to tell you to run with it. Okay? There's a couple of things that you need to be doing. That is what I'm getting, that push on my shoulder for you. Okay, does that make sense, Sarah? And do it happily, because I'm getting a cuteness about you, almost angelic.
Next question is from Maggie, who asks, hi Paul and Shay, anything positive coming my way, family related? Love and light to you both. Oh, I can't speak tonight, sorry.
Love and life.
Love and life.
Love and light. Shay, we've got to talk about your education.
Yeah.
Send you to Can you be trained now that you're 23?
No.
Impossible to train
Impossible.
you and teach you stuff.
Too late. It's too late for me.
Something positive. George, we're busy here. What? Something positive for Maggie?
Yeah, family-wise.
No. I think, Maggie, there's issues, and I don't think that the issues are quite being solved, if that makes any sense to you. But I am coming through, it is coming through that people are unhappy, and perhaps it needs to come out, or sit down and people to express themselves. But I do feel that once, you know, the sort of had the discussion or the meeting or the fight, I think it starts to get better from that. You know, people love, you know, if they've been done wrong, they love to be heard. And I don't think people have been heard in the family. That makes sense. But it should get better after the storm. Storm. That's how a storm is.
Next question is from Karishma, who asks, "Hi Paul, please any angel guidance for me."
Karishma.
Karishma,
hi. Hi. Wow. Wow. Okay. You're a good person. Please understand this. And it's not always about love life. I just need you to know that. There's other benefits to being you. Okay? So don't measure your worth by the amount of sex. That makes sense. Okay? You need to set your goals and your standards a little bit higher. Does that make sense? If everybody's going to get drunk on a Friday, you go higher. Don't go. If people are, do you know what I'm saying? Okay, set your standards higher, because that's what's required. And do not measure how good a person you are by the amount of kissing, if you know what I mean.
next question is from Christine, who says, "Hello Paul and Shay. I'd like to ask about my financial stability. I'm currently looking for somewhere to live and I can't find a place I can afford. Will I find a place for me and my children? This has me so down and depressed."
I'm sure, Christine. It's a big worry, because you've got to worry for the kids as well. I know, I've been through it. Will you? Yeah. The trouble is, you're becoming a little bit blind because of and stress. You go, "No, we need something," and then what you're going to overpay, because you're going to come so desperate. Now, you're going to take 7 weeks. 7 is 7 weeks. It could be by the 1st of April. But in this time, keep looking. What is required, baby? That's not like when sounds like you've got to jump. That's when you're more in. That's called. What we need is surveillance. We need you looking and seeing. You might have to look a bit further. Used to. Don't be afraid to look sort of on the outskirts of town or the next town. Okay? The appropriate place is coming up.
Moving on to Instagram. And this question is, move on. Bossman asks, spending $1,000 to remove witchcraft he believes. He believes. Is he getting scammed?
Man, it's a good question, boss man. 1,000, that's a lot of money. Okay, question been done over the phone or email? That's my first question. Has the to your dad and performed any kind of ceremony on your father or the house? That's to do it publicly and give $1,000. I'd be quite suspicious. That's what it is. So then I'm more inclined to think, yeah, something's been done. But my feeling is I don't know if we think I can't say he's feeling better. I can't say that life is better. But you are to keep quiet, and this is why. Because if your dad does feel better, even if nothing's really been done, I still think you shouldn't tell him. If he believes that it's been removed, wonderful. You and me no different. Okay, big boy, but you're a good son.
Andy Siwe asks, hi Paul, a long-time friend of mine asked me to marry him. What do you see for us in the near future? I haven't said yes yet.
Andile?
Andy Siwe.
Andy Siwe. Hello, baby. A long-time friend. Wow, that's can be quite cute. But it's a friendship. It's not a love. And he's going to probably say to you, oh, I've always loved you. So why the big gap? Right? That's my concern. And here's the thing. I do like him. I do like him. I would give him a chance. But he might be your friend and you might be his friend. But that's a great foundation. But he needs to prove himself as a husband, a boyfriend, a lover. So the romantic side of him needs to improve. Because if he doesn't do that, all he's doing is relying on the past. Oh, I met you in 1990. Oh, I've always loved you. So it makes him lazy. You see what I mean? So I think he's lazy at the moment because he's your friend. Well, but he needs to try harder. There's no rush. If he can prove that he's more romantic, more boyfriend material, then yes. But you're to give him at least 7 months of him practicing this new part of him, new aspect of him. Okay? Don't be rushed.
Next question is on Twitch, which is on the camera. Cake Eating Boy asks, there's a girl called A. She keeps trying to add my social media and talk to me, and she stalks me online. Is she trying to say something to me?
Yeah, Cakeboy. Throw the dog a bone, right? She's not a dog, but that's what I'm saying. Throw her a bone, okay? She's trying, hormones are going crazy, Cake. Absolutely crazy, okay? You can be a friend. Just be friendly, okay? Because, if you were chasing somebody beautiful down the line and they treated you badly, it's going to hurt. So add her, but it doesn't mean to say you have to speak to her every day. Okay? Add.
Next question's from I'm Shredder. Hi Paul and Shay, hope you're both well. Can you please tell me, can you see me meeting a nice girl in the near future to settle down with?
Nice girls, there's a few out there. Not in South Africa though, Shay. They're all gone.
You've got a lot of South African followers. They're going
Followers,
to be very
but
angry with you.
they're just not.
I think Dudu's
I think there's gonna
Seaway's going to come off you.
I'm joking, all right? There's lots of nice South African people.
Paul,
What the question is?
is he going to meet someone and settle down with them?
I'm Shredder, why not? You're lovely. You're lovely, lovely, lovely. I wish you'd realise that. Yes, you are. The next 3 months is your walk in the desert. What do you mean? I mean, it's going to be barren. And you're going to, oh, nobody loves me, now who cares? Okay, this is just the detox in the desert. Okay, from July, things are going to be different. And next year, all I can say is, okay, but there's still a little bit of growing for you to do. I don't say growing up, developing, okay, which you should. Can you open that so you can just pop in? George, after the podcast, I'll be punching you. I hope you got that.
Okay.
George of the jungle.
Godzilla asks, quite a serious question. Why can't I seem to be able to get into a relationship? I seem to attract ladies, but after a while they give up on me. Is my personality that bad?
No, it's not. It's not. But this is the thing. You're great at the interview. But your job performance is kakapupu. Now, when you go on a date, you've washed behind your ears, you've flossed, gargled, your hair looks good, and, you're very interesting. That's great. That's great for the attraction, but you've got to keep that up. You've got to keep it up on a Monday, and that's the problem. You're like that, and then you're like that. Okay? Remember this. Okay? In relationships, the partner needs attention. Not advice, guidance, boss, or attention. So if somebody says, oh, my day was terrible, you've got to take it. Okay? Oh, I'm looking fat, you've got to take it. Okay? But you still got to be that same enthusiastic guy that they were attracted to. Okay? So your relationship stamina needs development. Right? There's nothing wrong with you, boy. Nothing.
We got a lovely donation from someone who just didn't put their name down. It's all just a bunch of letters, but said thank you so much for
What were the letters?
LKKM Inc.
LKK. LKK Inc. Thank you very much, Shay tells us.
Very generous donation.
Thank you very
so
much. What we do is we help people over this side. And we are attached to Give Us Wings, which is a charity that helps pensioners. And it doesn't matter colour, right?
Oh, Melissa, thank you so much.
Melissa?
Yeah, Melissa Gomez. And she does have a question as well. Melissa says, hello Paul and Shay, blessings to you both. I want to start a business, but I'm too scared to start. Should I do it?
Nice. Okay. Melissa Gomez. Firstly, thank you for donating before you even heard the answer. See, so it tells me you've got a bit of character. You've got a bit of soul, baby. You've got a conscience, and you're there. You are not to do anything right now. Not right now. What you can do is you can start. It's like starting a fire. You know, you've got to get the tinder going before the big flame. You can do it on a part-time online basis like that. But don't give up what you're doing. Do it part-time. And you've got to give it 3 months. Then the business will let you know, I want you full-time. That's what's happening. So, part-time, please, as a hobby at this stage. But I'm telling you this now, Melissa Gomez, that job is going to want you full-time. Believe you me. And you are going to be very successful. But you don't pack in everything now and go for it. You do it on a part-time basis, even weekends or whatever it is, just to get some traction, just to get some attention. And I wish you all the luck in the world. Thank you.
And very last question of the night goes to a long-time viewer, Nikhil, who says, nice to see you after a long time, Paul. I want to know about my dream job. In a few months, would everything be good?
Is that the dream job? In a few months, oh, you see the. I like the way you put that, but the reality of it is dream jobs often are sugar-coated, right? If you become a brain surgeon, sounds great, doesn't it? I'm a brain surgeon, but you're cutting people's heads open, right? And that people, so you know, there's a dark side to every job. I don't think it is going to be as dreamy as you perhaps feel. I do think there's going to be a dark side to it. However, it is a secure job. And if you can focus on the 4 days out the week, which are going to be good, rather than the 1 day out of the week, where you've got to cut the head open, so to speak, if you know what I mean. So that's good. Four days out of 5 in your dream job are going to be good. I love it. I love it.
Okay, just double check, make sure I haven't missed anything. All good on Instagram, all good on YouTube, all good on Twitch, all good on Facebook. And with that has been the Destiny Hour.
That's been the Destiny Hour. Thank you, my baby. Thank you, George. Wasn't too bad, was he?
It was.
Right. Thank you, people. If you did want an appointment, I do this full time. We can do it through Messenger or WhatsApp. It's cheap as well, but you get full attention. We do a broadcast tomorrow, which is you pay for any questions. That's on Ko-fi, that platform. But I want to say, every prayer is heard. I'm referring to Day Daisy. And a sad world where, war and people suffering, okay, it may not seem that the prayers are heard. But the dog that gets away from a tank or gunshot or little acts of mercy are alive. Believe you me, the God that I believe in doesn't drop his people. Okay, for those who believe. Not everybody's a believer, by the way. Okay, so do not blame God. Okay, God willing, this will end soon. All your prayers are heard, and I'm sure he'd love to hear from you.